everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another royal news video. This is a smaller royal news video just because I've got to run out and go get the dogs who have both been in for their dental clean today, bless them. Leela's had to have a tooth out and Shia has had to have descaling done at the very back where we can't quite brush her teeth, but unfortunately it meant they both had to be put under. I didn't sleep well last night. I just got so nervous. I cried when I dropped them off at the vets this morning. I'm not ashamed to admit it because they are our babies and I was really nervous. And my husband's rang me loads of times today. He's like, well, are they okay? Are they okay? And I'm like, yeah, they're going to ring me. They're going to ring me. So we're like very, very nervous parents, but I've just had the phone call. They both sailed through. As I said, Leela's had a tooth out, but she's already eaten food. So she's fine. She's fine. So I'll be picking them up shortly. But this story, we've got to talk about the story because this one is amusing me to no end. Meghan has appeared, well, I say she's always appearing, isn't she, in the newspapers and stuff like that. There's always a headline coming out. But this one caught my attention. Meghan is not a shark. Meghan is a dolphin. And I thought, this can only mean one thing. Meghan must have given another interview, and I wasn't disappointed. Yes, Meghan has done another interview, albeit a very brief one over the telephone, to Vanessa Friedman of the New York Times, and it was to promote her new investment, to discuss, as it were, a collaboration between a company called SHES Collective. They specialise in basket handbags woven by women in Rwanda and are finished in Italy. Each bag weave-in takes 4 to 7 days to complete, and the owners prioritise fair wages and responsible production. Well, I can only say I hope so, because when you have a quick look through their website, you can see the cheapest bag is about £450, and then it goes right up to $700, which is about $900. Let's hope the women in Rwanda are in fact being paid a very, very good wage if that's how much one single handbag costs. But as for Meghan, who's now done an investment, the reporter has checked with the owners and they said that whilst Meghan has done an investment, it is a minority stake, which means she's given the bare minimum to get freebies and to promote it. So Meghan is, of course, using the brand to publicise herself and is implying already that because she's worn the brand a couple of times, she's the reason why they've been successful thus far, because of her star power. Never mind the fact that the brand was appearing in Vogue as far back as 2018 when she just married into the royal family, and they've also been promoted on the hugely successful lifestyle website for the rich and famous, Goop. Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow, a genuine A-lister, has already plugged the brand. Perhaps that's why the owners felt the need to clarify to the interviewer that Meghan only has a minority stake, before Meghan goes on to claim full credit for the brand's success. But one thing is making me giggle a little bit. Where is Meghan the humanitarian? Where is this Meghan? You know, this version of Meghan that went out to Rwanda with one world vision. Yet another poverty-stricken country which Meghan used as a backdrop for her very own photo shoot. Despite going out there with world vision, reports did come out that Meghan demanded to have luxury travel, luxury stay. She took out lots of designer clothes, a fashion photographer friend who she insisted must come with her, and she spent a lot of time disappearing with him and having her own little private photo shoots, yet again using Africa as a backdrop while she was promoting herself as a kind and caring humanitarian. Now Meghan is promoting designer handbags where some of those women in villages like that will be working, and you know that they won't be getting anywhere near the sort of money, as I said, for the price of even one of those handbags. Meghan, who once said at the time when she was trying to beef up her CV, change Wikipedia quickly to ensnare Harry, she said that she spends her time between refugee camps and red carpets because both worlds can coexist. Obviously, we are still seeing this because when Meghan went to Colombia, she, in fact, as it turns out, was plugging one of her new investments. Now, where some of this interview is, I think it's got a bit of a sarcastic undertone to it because it's just the way it's written. The things that Meghan has said should not be repeated because it doesn't paint her in a good light. So I'm going to quote here. Times where I know there is a global spotlight and attention will be given to each detail of what I may or may not be wearing, then I support designers that I have a really good friendship with and smaller up and coming brands that haven't got the attention that they should be getting. That's one of the most powerful things that I am able to do, and that's simply wearing an earring. You can hear the humility dripping off of her, can't you? Honestly, she's outrageous to say that she's so powerful. This is how she can help people, small designers. It's basically, hint, hint, give me your stuff and I will make sure I merch it for you. Let's not forget that Meghan embarrassed herself and her staff when she was a member of the royal family, where she didn't have to pay for stuff because a lot of it got written off. Charles was paying for her wardrobe. She got her staff to contact designers to beg for freebies to be sent to her so she could wear them. A member of the royal family got her staff, her office, to call top fashion designers to say Meghan would really like some free stuff. I mean, absolutely mortifying. As we know, when it comes to royal women, there has always been the Kate effect or the Catherine effect. And we are now beginning to see it as her daughter gets older, the Princess Charlotte effect. And that is where either of the ladies wear a new item of clothing, it will sell out within minutes. It goes absolutely nuts. There are people mass buying so they can sell it on eBay. It is honestly incredible how quickly Catherine can make stuff sell out. I've never seen the Meghan effect, and that's in part because Meghan most of the time is badly put together, no tailoring. The clothes that she wears, yes, they might be worth a lot of money, yes, they might come from some of the top fashion houses, but they are often way too big for her, they can be mismatched. She's hell-bent on only wearing brown, beige, cream, and various shades of burnt porridge. It's like a uniform for her. She does nothing to advertise any of the designer clothes that she wears. If anything, she can make designer clothes look absolutely terrible. I believe that this article was done in part for Meghan to try and pretend that she has some sort of influence, that because of her, if any brand out there wants to give her something, she can promote it and it will become an immediate sellout. I can't see many people falling for it. Meghan also goes on to explain to Vanessa how this all came about. I spend a lot of time just Googling, looking for brands. When people are online looking for things or reading things, I'm trying to find great new designers, especially in different territories. I'm sorry, I thought Meghan was so busy with her charitable endeavours. She was in the trenches. She's making sure investments are going to new playgrounds, emotional gyms. She's busy collecting awards for herself, jet setting, going to concerts, giving speeches. Meghan's writing books. She's getting ready for podcasts. She's filming a cookery show. And of course, the most important job in the world to Meghan, she's a mum, if you remember. I'm not sure Meghan remembers half of the time. But here it is from the horse's mouth. Meghan spends a lot of her time Googling, trying to find designers that she could contact to give her free stuff so she can, in fact, just promote it. Meghan has just told the world that she's little more than desperately trying to be an influencer. That's how far she has really fallen down the greasy pole, from marrying a prince for the current king of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms to have walked her down the aisle. Meghan is now trying to get free stuff to merch. Now, I can't also help but laugh at this story because she did marry a prince of the United Kingdom. She did, in fact, marry one of the most popular royals in the whole of the world. Everybody loved Harry, and she has gradually turned him over the course, since 2017 it started, into little more than her handbag holder. So how perfect is it that she is now, in fact, trying to flog deluxe handbags? Now, not only that, as you guys know, I don't think all is well between the couple. This next line in the interview, I think that you will read it the same way that I did, and it doesn't bode well. Investing in them, obviously meaning the two women that run the handbag company, has helped me line up for this chapter where I'm investing in myself. Firstly, that definitely sounds like the early rumblings of a divorce. And secondly, when exactly has Meghan Markle ever not invested in herself? Meghan reportedly has 10 brands, all naturally run by women because Meghan has to stick to the theme that she is there to empower other women, right? She feels that her portfolio will complement her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, when it eventually launches. She sees her modest venture as a dolphin tank and not a shark tank because she is in friendly waters. Can you imagine being that New York Times reporter with Meghan on the phone? I'd be muting it every 2 minutes, laughing my ass off. I'd be getting my colleagues to come and go, listen to this, she just said this. How she did not giggle down the phone. But she did, in fact, put all of this in the article. And the way the article was written, it reminds me of the Cut magazine. If you've ever not read it because you thought it was a promotional article for Meghan, I suggest, if you've got the time, give it a good read after you've watched this video. Alison P. Davis was the writer. She went to Meghan's house and she sat with her. And Meghan told her exactly what to write. And she did quite literally write exactly what Meghan said. It's hilarious. But because it caused so much ridicule for Meghan, because she really honestly came out with some of the most cringeworthy things, and the way she behaved, it shows that she was completely fake. Well, the writer captured this. So the backlash was so upsetting for Meghan. The next day, Alison came onto social media and said, "My bosses have just put me on unpaid leave." My suspicions, as is many, is Meghan was so unhappy with the way that article was received and she didn't come across the way that she wanted to. She got Alison P. Davis the boot from the magazine because she didn't like the way that the article was written. Now, how's that for female empowerment? That is the true face of Meghan Markle. That is the true personality of her, the ultimate mask slip. She is very much a mean girl by nature. So for her trying to say, sorry, I can't help it, that she's a dolphin and not a shark. No, she's a shark. She has got way too many teeth. She definitely will tear a chunk off of anyone. She will tear the heads off of people. And this is why Meghan cannot get staff. And when she does get staff, she doesn't keep them for very long. So guys, tell me what you think on this one. It's just a short one. As I said, it's kind of funny, really. Meghan's not a shark, she's a dolphin, my arse. So guys, I'll leave you with this one. Don't forget though, honestly, read the Cut magazine article. It's actually quite funny and it definitely paints Meghan in more of a true light. So guys, that's it for me on this one. I'm going to go collect the girls. I'll let you know how they're doing on the next video and I will see you very soon.